question is your factory hit by US tariffs?
Yes, but we still have the confidence.
I'm here in Zhongshan, a manufacturing city in China that supplies hundreds of millions of home appliances to the world. If you had a freezer or an oven that says made in China, it probably comes from here. That's good. Freshly made French fries. As Trump's 245% tariffs hit the country, are local factories destroyed, and what are they doing to deal with it? In this video, we will break it down. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. And today I'm taking you to visit a local big factory here in China that's been doing business with American customers for more than a decade, and to see whether they're really destroyed by the tariffs. Hey guys, I just want to take a minute and tell you guys why I'm making this video. It's been a few weeks since Donald Trump kicked off the ugliest trade war against China. And since then, I've been seeing so many videos and reports saying that Chinese factories are destroyed, massive layoffs everywhere, and the Chinese economy is basically done without these US orders. But honestly, that's not what I'm seeing around me. I'm from a part of China that's full of manufacturing, companies that do a lot of tons of export. And while I'm not naive, I know that tariffs must have done some damage and make things tough. But I'm just not buying the narrative that everything's falling apart here in China. These businesses, they are tough, they are smart, and I think they're more resilient than what people outside might think. So yeah, that's why I make this video, and let's continue.
Meet Ricky, the sales director of this OEM factory that makes ovens for some of America's biggest names.
This Emergency is the top seller in Amazon, and even in all the US in this category. You can search, for example, the air fryer oven. You go from Amazon, you go from Target and Walmart. This is the number one sales.
How many of these you're making every year?
Every year since from last 3 years, I'm making about 300,000 units. Let's say 0.3 million.
And now with the tariffs hitting their factory, many of these products made for the US market now have nowhere to go.
And 80% of my factory is making the US. So right here, all the order was stock and then all was stopped. I mean, in USA, if you made in China, no person can load the containers. So you can see everywhere, it's all the US orders. The Emergency, the Chefman, they're a very famous brand in US. But right now, all stopped. For this brand, we have about more than 30 containers to stock here. And then another 16 containers is coming back from the custom.
About $4 million worth of goods have been held up. Clearly, the tariffs hit them very hard. But what surprised me was they're not panicking at all. I was super curious. What is their strategy?
Of course, right here we have two solutions. One solution, the American orders, we need to go outside. Like we are talking, we have to expand our business in Vietnam. And another way is I need to find a new market. Yes, the Africa, the Latin market, and also the Mid East. We need to expand. Right here, we cannot only focus in US. It's terrible. I mean, we have to spread all the risk.
Turns out, the company's owner saw this coming years ago.
咁我哋3年前疫情啱先都未完嘅時候咧，我哋過去同佢開會嘅時候咧，就其實好明顯嗰幾間上市公司都講咗，佢話去中國化係必然嘅，所以嗰陣時佢哋俾咗我哋最大嘅誘惑就話你可以向海外設廠，我俾更多嘅訂單俾你。
咁點解你嗰啲客戶會咁樣同你講咧？
因為佢哋本身應該係響佢哋嘅上市公司入邊應該有政府指引，都應該會係咁。
即係佢哋都有收到壓力。
係去中國化已經係必然㗎啦，所以就係我哋係3年前已經係開始籌備。
But is moving to Vietnam a good idea?
I cannot say it's a good idea, but we have to do that because right here the cost in Vietnam is also so high. They also create many problems like the custom issues, like the CO issues, a lot of issues. If you want to do it legally in Vietnam, it will be very difficult.
Why the cost is higher in Vietnam?
You need to transit the component from China to Vietnam, you know, Vietnam, the basement is very poor. They don't have enough facility to make all things. So we need to maybe 80% we need to transfer from China and then do the simple assembly, stamping, and also buy some component there. So the cost was come from the transit and also come from the material protection and also the labor cost, the management cost, so many things. For us, right here is about 15% more higher than in China.
So it's still the best idea to produce here in China.
Yes, if low tariff, we prefer in China.
But it's not just about the money. Another reason they're moving only part, but not all of their production to Vietnam is more personal. They do not want to abandon their roots or their workers, even though their US clients are pressuring them too.
我哋唔可以忘本嘅，因為呢度讓我哋生我哋育我哋長大嘅地方。咁咧就係我哋係冇諗過要放喺呢度，所以我哋諗過係3個輸出，一個就技術嘅輸出，一個就係嗰個管理嘅輸出，第3個就係我哋係零配件嘅輸出。所以就因為零配件嘅輸出咧，我一定係保留呢度，先能夠養住我哋呢班人，同埋能夠即係叫做歸屬於翻呢度嘅稅收，養翻呢度地方。所以我哋嗰陣時定位咁定位，係啦，所以我哋冇偏離呢樣嘢。
Well, as you can see behind me, these workers, they're assembling the ovens. Well, you know, every year, millions of these ovens are being manufactured and assembled and shipped from this very factory.
These are the hardworking people who build this company into what it is today. And Andy says he'll do whatever it takes to keep them employed. Maybe even the robots too.
Okay, I want to explain to you what's going on behind me. Right here you can see these robots, they're producing trays. Well, an essential part for the oven. And right over here, you can see a human worker checking if the robot is doing the job right. So basically, it's just robots doing the job and humans overseeing the production. One thing I learned about making an oven is that an oven needs about 100 different components. And these are all the components needed to make an oven. We're looking at them.
Everything needed to build an oven is either made in-house or sourced from nearby factories. This is what the manufacturing ecosystem looks like in Zhongshan and across much of China. It's the ultimate supply chain dream.
Do you think Trump can bring back manufacturing to America
No,
by
I don't
tariffs?
think so. It's
Why?
not only my opinion. It's come from all the buyers. I talked to so many USA buyers, so many Canadian buyers. They said it's impossible. USA cannot. They cannot like professional like us. Maybe they can make the outlook, the design, small things, but go back to the structure, go back to the manufacturer, go back to the supply chain. They cannot. I am so professional, and then in this case, I am confident they cannot compare with us.
Okay, I'm here at the lab of their factory. This is the place where they test the functions and the performance of their machines, like their ovens and their fryers. I've just learned that the standards set for the US market is actually the lowest, because the FDA sets the lowest standards for food-related machines. Can't believe it. I mean, don't let the FDA fool you.
After spending a day inside a factory, I realized that what keeps this company strong against the impact of tariffs isn't just strategy. Yes, they were forward-thinking enough to move part of the production overseas and diversify their markets, both at home and abroad, well before the trade war began. But what truly keeps them strong is their unshakable will to rise under pressure, not just as confident business people, but as proud Chinese.
So in the end, they will have to come back to you to get the products.
Sure.
So you're confident these tariffs won't hurt your factory?
Maybe hurts 1 or 2 years, but after that, recover very soon.
你如果一旦呢次係贏咗，咁意思就話可能好多嘢回歸翻我中國做，咁啊話語權喺我中國。
Just let your chairman talk and say, you want to fight, I fight forever. If you want to talk, and then we can sit down and talk friendly, no problem.